My first time going to jail was for carrying a weapon under 18. The police, they just pulled up and said I matched the description of a suspect, and I had a gun in my back pocket.
Yeah.
And once he did what he did to me, he was like, well, I ain't gonna put all these felonies on you. I'm just give you a break. So I went to jail. I bonded out. 5 years later, they want to make me plead guilty to that. 5 years. That's a misdemeanor. So
were you like 17 or something like that, and they try to like direct file you and then do that whole thing, or what?
So I caught that charge right before I turned 18.
Yeah. So
on my 18th birthday, I was back in jail.
I was surprised they didn't try to charge you as an adult at around that time.
I did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in Atlanta, you get charged as an adult at 17.
But trying to come back from 5 years later, come on, man.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
See, they dirty. What they wanted they wanted it on my history. They wanted it on my background. See, people don't know that. Now, when you plead guilty, okay, we think we pay for our punishment. But if we continue to get in trouble later on down the line, they're going to use that against us again.
Career criminal.
Right? So it's real tricky. And now that what I know, I would never plead guilty to nothing else. Take me to trial. Because they don't have a case, but they try to scare us into pleading guilty.
Yeah.
And intimidate us.
That pressure.
Yeah.
And they do a good job of it. Like you're talking, I tell people all the time, I try to tell these kids, I'm like, you'll think that.
What is their strategy, though?
The bullshit.
No, they hold us in jail, knowing that we are anxious to go home.
Yeah, absolutely.
Correct. And you're right, yeah. So you in a position like, get me home.
That's what they're going to tell you. What? If you sign right now, you can go home today.
Uh-huh.
And people been in jail 6, 7 months, a year, or whatever. All my whole history is bull jump. But I can't complain about it because of the things that, I was. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you. So you getting a chance now, right? Speaking of that, to tell the kids what not to do when they get locked up, what would you say to them?
Don't get locked up. I tell them to hang by themselves. Ain't no people be talking about loyalty and I got your back. Nobody never know what nobody gonna do until it's time to be in that situation. Everybody can talk, everybody can say what they want to say. Because you got to understand, betrayal don't come because it's already in your mind. It comes when
circumstance.
Right. When you be there for people and then when it's time for people to be there for you, they gone. So you sitting there like, man, what is it? It's just me. It's just so kids always be out here worshiping the wrong things because they don't got no real guidance. That's why I tell my nephew now, man, be your own self. Do your own dirt. Can't nobody say I did anything. I don't need nobody to go with me to do nothing. Piss me off. You don't never hear Woody them. You hear Lil Woody.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that separation, because you lose your mom, your best friend, you alienate yourself from everybody, that made things darker, did it not?
So see, God working mysterious ways. And, a lot of people be surprised to hear me talk like that, right? Because when I lost my friend, I lost it. I was telling people what I was going to do and I was doing it. I didn't care. I was telling, come on. But in the midst of all of that, my baby mama had my daughter. And I used to sneak down. When I used to be like, hell so much on me, because I really heard about my friend dying. I used to go down to the hospital by myself and just sit there and watch her. And she was fighting for her life. As I watched her fight for her life and she started to develop because she was born early. Once she started to develop, I was like, dang, I really got a child. And I thought about the Lil Wayne song. I lost my brother to a gun and had a little girl. And I just sit there and just watch her and just cry. But she slowed me down. She slowed me all the way down. And that's why I'm here today. Because if she wasn't born, I would have been dead a long time ago because they weren't going to put me in no jail.
Word. Yeah, that's something that happens a lot, especially when you lose both parents. Especially when young, but just in general. You kind of find yourself in a situation where you like, well, shit, what's going to happen to me? What worse could happen to me? What worse could happen?
No, I don't even think about it.
No.
I don't even think about it. You don't care about what can happen.
Right.
You just know what you're going to do to others.
Exactly. But now you have a reason. That little girl kind of put a...
She made me think. You feel me? Like...
You said it made you slow down.
Yeah.
And At what age was this when you had your daughter?
2014. So I forgot ages, everything at that point.
Yeah. I say that because obviously it's been a while, right? I'm new to it, so I'm new to being a father to a daughter, and I could already tell, like, in all the places that it changes me, because I'm so used to a man's world, you know what I mean? And dealing with a daughter changes everything,
Right.
you know. So it's definitely something where it softens you up in the way you communicate and everything. So there was a gap of when you decided to go out and terrorize versus when you had your daughter.
So I was already terrorizing her.
Yeah.
Even when she was born, I still was doing what I wanted to do to people. But not only did I had another daughter, but I was on it. I have split personalities. You piss me off, I don't care about nothing. But I care a lot. So if you don't bother me, I don't bother you. But my other daughter, you know, they took me through we both took each other through unnecessary problems.
You and the baby mother?
My first daughter,
Okay.
yes. I was wild. I didn't know if the child was mine at the time, and I was giving them a hard time. They would give me a hard time. And, you know, I took a DNA test, and it came back mine. But they didn't know, like, she was saying she was pregnant before my baby mama was. And my mama, before she ever left this world, she always used to tell me I can't have kids. So, you know, it programmed in my mind. So a girl said she pregnant by me, I know you lying.
Yeah.
Show me.
Yeah.
'Cause-
So when the DNA papers came back, my older sister read it, and then she told me, and I was like, dang, because I done had a baby on my baby mama.
Oh, shit.
So I'm like, damn, how I'm gonna figure this out? So, you know, I went to them, and I tried to be slick, like, hey, look, keep it between us, I'm gonna do my part. And I mean, like, don't do that for the media, because I did clown them for the media. But when they got the papers, they wanted to go to the media. I was like, oh, I'm gonna teach y'all a lesson about playing with me. I don't care about the media. I'm gonna handle business for real. So, you know, I neglected my child. And, you know, my sister, she was still getting my child, you know, behind my back. Because I was so possessed. But with my other daughter, it was like she brought out the other side of me. So, and then I was still in the streets. So, you know, after a certain amount of time, then certain other things started taking place. And I got to think now because I got something. I got someone to love and to be there for. So, you know, now I got her. And a lot of other stuff trying to come back on me. I got to try to figure it out. I can't crash out no more. It was real hard for me, man. I didn't know what to do. Like, it was real hard. People doing this, doing that. I can't let nobody put pressure on me, man. I gotta defend us. So once I started back, you know, defending me and my family, nobody wouldn't ride with me. They talking about a gang. Nah, that was me by myself. You know what I mean? Like, about my family. I had my brother, he real hard on me. He told me, you don't put us in this situation right here, you this and that and third. So now I gotta go step harder. But as I'm stepping harder, I know the police on me. It just was so confusing, man. So, you know, God made a way for me.
And your best friend, was he a part, like, was he with you through all that? Or it all just happened after?
Yeah, like after he died, it was just like, I started, at first I didn't hang with nobody outside of my neighborhood. But when he died, I started realizing people from other neighborhoods were more cooler than the ones from my neighborhood and had my back. So once I started dealing with other people in other neighborhoods, I started liking them more. I still love my neighborhood and I'm going to ride by everybody from it.